Hey guys, what's going on? Colin here with Red Beans and Dice, and today we are going to be doing the unboxing of, you guessed it, Darkest Dungeon, the board game. So this is a video game that came out a long time ago, and then recently they just put out a second one. I have played both of them. The first Darkest Dungeon video game, amazing. The second one was, it was trash. I didn't like it. It really changed a really cool format that they had and tried to do something different, and it did not succeed. They didn't really give you too many new characters or anything like that. They just upped the graphics, and I don't know. I didn't like it. So there's my honest opinion about the video game. And then what is Darkest Dungeon? It's going to be a dungeon crawler where you pick 4 heroes, mercenaries, whatever, and they go into a dungeon, and they're going to be getting loot, they're going to be getting weapons, they're going to be getting different items, artifacts, and then along the way, they're also going to be gaining stress and damage from things that are trying to kill them. There's going to be little traps, there's going to be all sorts of different little things, but the biggest thing about this game, I'm going to say, is that you get negative effects and positive ones, but mostly your characters just get really messed up, and you are trying to persevere through this dungeon as you get messed up by people giving you stress, which this is actually the icon for stress, and you'll see that everywhere in this, but that's the icon for stress. And you can gain that multiple different ways. But anyway, this is a stretch goal right here. So I'll start off with this and open that up. And then we'll get into one of these bad boys, which, to be honest, this one's a little heavier. I'd guess the tiles and the main thing are in that. And then this, it's a little hard to see because the glare, and this box is so damn dark. This says the strong box, and then I believe this would be the core set. So, you know, like a good American, I threw money at this a long time ago, and it just showed up today. So, yeah, let's get into it and unbox it. So this is going to be the Musketeer. And we have a little token standee type thing. It's not a standee, it'll lay flat, but I think this is just to indicate the stance that you have. This game is all about 4 different positions. There's going to be like frontliner, defense, like kind of like heavy damage, ranged character in the 3rd spot, and then in the back it'll kind of be like support. So that's going to be the whole basis of the game, and I've actually not seen any of the minis. I haven't done too much research on it, but that looks pretty cool. The characters are a little cartoony, but you know, it is what it is. That's a cool looking Musketeer. And then we're going to have some different cards. So here we have some cards, and I'm not 100% sure how the game is going to work, but I do know that you're going to be able to get new cards that give you different abilities. I think it's going to be using D10s to roll, and you know, there's like accuracy, critical rolls, and then enemies can have dodge, which will affect your accuracy. Basically, low numbers are good, I believe, but everything should be showing you like the position you need to be in, and then how much damage it should do. And then there's probably going to be some level 1s of these that you start out with, and then maybe you can upgrade to level 2. Not exactly sure, but there's some of the cards. So, and then also in the Musketeer box, these were kind of hidden, pushed to the side, but it looks like we can level up our character. And as you level them up, yeah, it looks like you're gaining more health and possibly different abilities. So that's pretty cool. Not exactly sure what these are, but I'm guessing they might go in your little character area, and as you progress, you can upgrade them, or it's just the abilities that you have to start off with. But either way, looking pretty cool. All right, here we have the main core box, I believe. Kind of taking a guess on that, but get this off, and I'll show you a little bit of some of the artwork. A bunch of stuff just went flying. But there's the front box. Looking pretty good. Nothing too crazy on the side. Get a little picture of the Hamlet, I think is what it's called. And then we have some promotional stuff. Something flew all the way over here. And then, okay, we got some important note. Sometimes my pledge isn't perfect. Yeah, you got that right. And then a little note to the backers. I'll leave this up here in case you want to read that for some reason. I do not. And let's get into here. Okay, and it looks like we have little punch outs that are going to be upgrades for the city. It's a little glary. I apologize about that, but Let's take a little bit of a closer look. Yeah, so these are just going to be places where you can like heal your stress, heal hit points, probably do a bunch of different stuff. There's going to be blacksmiths, and then from what I remembered, you would collect different things and you could come back to the city in the first one and you could upgrade your town, which made it a really cool aspect. They did away with that in the second video game, which if you've been listening, I'm not so fond about, but these are looking pretty cool. And then over here we have some health tokens, we have some, I'm not sure what that means, maybe that's like a target priority or something like that, where you can tank, but looks like we have some of our character little token things that we use for the different stances, excuse me. And we have, this guy's kind of like a healer, this guy's a damage dealer, a little bit of tanky up here. The highwayman was always my favorite, really good damage. The jester was an interesting character. The plague doctor was always fun, putting blight onto people. I don't know if they use that same kind of mechanic or not. I guess we'll check that out. And then little crossbow guy around here. That just looks like something that's going to kill you, so. But yeah, these are looking pretty good. I busted these out of the plastic so you could take a little bit of a better look at them. And these are pretty cool. You're just going to be laying out your dungeon as you go along, and it'll tell you which board to pick out. And then depending on your stance, that's going to be where you're located. I don't know too much more about that, but there it is. And then some of these boards are going to have like little special rules down at the bottom. I don't see any of those here, but yeah. And then I'm not exactly sure how movement's going to work, and then you know, like what is this? I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to read into the rule book about that, but so far everything's looking really Darkest Dungeon-y. So, looking good. That's a cool room. And there are a lot of these, so if you're looking for a lot of stuff, this has it. Big old box. Alright, and more of the same it looks like. Okay, we'll put those to the side. I'll have to rewatch this video on how to put everything back in this damn box, so. Okay, let's go in here on the side. Okay, so I got this little box here, not sure what it is. Go ahead, crack it. I'm gonna spend 29 hours just getting the plastic off all these damn things. Oh, little curios, okay. Okay, so these might be the dungeon cards with special abilities at the bottom that you draw from. Different cards. Maybe a boss battle, it looks like. Okay. And then I assume these are little tokens that are on the little map board that hopefully I can show to you here shortly. And then as you flip over like that token, you'll go through and pick maybe one of these cards, and that'll be your boss. Okay. These might be little things that can happen throughout the mission. Little torturous things. Nothing really good happens in this game. You just kind of just try to survive it. So there's that. We got some dice here. And in the video game, you could pick out your supplies that you want to have, that you want to bring into the dungeon. And I believe now you just roll 2 of these, maybe 1, I'm not sure. I thought I saw somebody on a tutorial roll 2 of them. And then whatever you roll, you get like a torch or bandages to stop the bleeding, and you'll bring that into the dungeon. And I think it's just kind of like a group pool, like everybody has these things to choose from. So there's that. Death's Door dice. That is when you go really low on, I think when you go to 0 HP, then every time you take a damage you have to roll one of these, and if you get the skull you're just straight done. So there's only like a 1, maybe 2 in 10 chance of that happening, but still not good. You don't want to be there. And then for making this video under an hour, there is a lot of stuff in here, and I did not know that. But I'm gonna go ahead and just not open these packs right here because it just seems so meticulous and tedious, and you know, I'm not exactly 100% sure how to play the game as of now, but I'm guessing that these are just gonna be abilities for your characters, and you can either upgrade them or go from there, or they're gonna be little cards for the scenario. So nothing too crazy in there. Okay, and I just unwrapped this big bamboozled pack. All right, so we have some boss cards. We have some additional content. I guess that's what that was. Okay, that's cool. We have the stance board here that I was kind of telling you about, and depending on which character you pick or play or what skills you go with, there's going to be like kind of frontliner, second, third, and then the fourth is usually support, so like healing or something like that. I think there's a vassal character, and that's kind of what they do. And then here we go. Oh yeah, this is sending me back to the first video game. So this is the Hamlet. Yeah, okay, I didn't botch that. That's good. And you're gonna have different locations here, and those little punch outs are gonna be going right over these locations as you upgrade them, and they're gonna be giving you different things. Ooh, okay. You can upgrade your upgrade a level 1 hero card. All right, that's interesting. Got some heals. Stress is just so big in this game, so removing that is good. Usually getting that upgraded early was good. The stagecoach was good to upgrade because that would give you more characters that you could choose from. I guess in this board game you might just be taking one and going all the way through. And yep, this is awesome. I like this. Oh yeah, we got some bags right here for who knows what. Probably some of the tokens or things like that, and I do appreciate that. That's very good. You have some cardboard in here that's kind of acting as dividers, which is also good, so you can put things back. We have some cards for enemies, and it looks like they're going to be big monsters. Not exactly sure. Let's see if I can get this money strap off there. Okay, Bone Captain, Brigand Bloodletter, Ghoul. Okay, so these are going to be bigger enemies, and then I believe in the back we're going to be getting into some of the bosses, which are tough. The bosses in the video game were always very, very challenging, and you really had to come correct with your actions, or else they'd put you in your place. So as you can see, a lot going on, a lot of hit points. That's their hit points up there, so you got to be dealing some damage to these guys. Got to be ready. Over here we have some punch outs for, these are usually buffs, or and this looks like little experience tokens that maybe you gain so you don't forget that you got experience. We have, I don't know what this is. Looks like the bounty hunter going snort. We have a little list, and I believe, yep, this is just for your hero. Wounds, stress, maybe it's just going into like it's a save sheet or something like that. So looks like you have 4 spots, so this might just be for everybody. And yeah, got discarded quests. That's cool. It's nice to know you can just not do something if you don't want to. Over here we have, looks like the character cards, and yeah, level 1, there's level 2, level 3, and it just gives you more health and most likely better abilities. And it's going to be like that for all of these characters. And I'm guessing in the other box we're going to get into the minis, which is my favorite part. But yeah, the Vestal, if you didn't have one of those going in, you always needed a good heal. The Jester was interesting. I think in the video game he could help you out with morale by like playing a song or something. I can't remember exactly, but Plague Doctor was good. High damage for the Arbalist. Grave Robber was interesting. Not my favorite. Occultist was weird, but effective. Never got into the Abomination too much. Oh yeah, that's right. So he can actually change into that werewolf. I forgot about that. and there was a werewolf, or whatever the hell that thing is. He can turn into that, so I'm not exactly sure how that goes, but when he does, he's quite the damage dealer and an interesting character. Over here, we just have some more cards, probably indicating new attacks or stuff like that. Or maybe there's different stances, not exactly sure. Yeah. But there's that. Maybe you can pick different ones of these, and that's how you start, and you can, you know, get different attacks, or you can go a different way and be more of like a tank as opposed to a damage dealer. Not 100% sure. Not 100% sure, but very cool. Digging them. Next up, these are all the same, I believe, and you're going to be putting your starting 3 abilities. You'll have your character card over here, I believe. Right here is your stress level. You cannot see it because this thing is so damn dark, but there's little gray boxes, and you'll be moving up your token as you get more and more stress. When you get here, I imagine that's not good. We have quirks and then different traits, or maybe I got that mixed up, but maybe I think these are actually diseases, excuse me. So if you get like the goo-goo nastiness on you, there'll be a little card here and it'll tell you what's wrong with you. And then over here, you can have different traits. So that could be anything from better accuracy to being a drunk, and whenever you go into town, you get drunk and something bad happens. So that's an interesting little aspect. And yeah, these are cool. I like them. Over here, we have, it looks like you're going to be taking the tokens for the mission, probably mixing them up, and then putting them in these locations. And as you collectively move as a group into here, you'll flip it over and resolve it. So nothing too crazy there. It does look like we have different styles of this, and I don't see any numbers. So as you can see on the back, they're not labeled, so you might just give them a little shuffle and go from there. Maybe there's some ones that are unique to fighting like the little Squidward monsters. Not sure, but that is that. And yep, going through, getting wrecked, saving the world. I've got this, which is a save box that is not built yet. That'll be something for me to do later. Over here we have maybe a little getting started tutorial. The old rule, yep, start here before you play a full game. Don't tell me what to do. And okay, I always like these. I thought these are good ideas. I bet you these weren't in those old school games. You just had to know somebody's older brother and he'd teach it to you. And here we go. We have a rule book, and I won't stay too long on this. Oh, wow. Okay, a lot of minis. That's cool. We'll get to those. We will get to those. Cool. Nothing too out of the ordinary, but hey, a good rule book is very, very, very good in my opinion. It's easy to get a real crappy rule book, so something where you need to search around. All right, looks like we got a bunch of tokens here, and just some health, some afflictions, some positive buffs. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's reroll. Oh, that looks like it's reroll one of the dice that you use, so that could be interesting if you get an item that you don't like. And over here, we have some poison tokens. I remember that. Putting poison on people is always fun. And some bleed tokens, some buffs, some debuffs, and magical diamond stars. I don't know what those are, but probably a buff or something like that. Woo! Okay, we made it through the first box and the stretch goal, and now we were on to the strong box. Now, what the strong box is, I don't know. We'll have to just crack it, because I don't know. It feels much lighter, and we haven't gotten any minis, so I would say that there's hopefully a bunch of minis in here. As you can tell, I've done my research, but, you know. Oh, God. How am I going to get this out? Okay. Everything's fine. Let's just breathe. Alrighty. Oh, there wasn't a shiesty piece of tape in there. That's awesome. All right, let's get these off. Oh, these are cool. Wow. Awesome. Okay, I'll try to give you a little profile on each one of them. Let's see if the old I guess that's about as good as it's gonna get. But that's cool. We have an undead raider guy. I don't know. Maybe he's alive. Who knows? Dead inside. We got Cobra Bitey Bitey Snake Snake. Always sassy. We got Boom Boom McGee. Got Wolverine Claw Pokey Poke. I remember these guys from the video game. They were no fun. Okay, we got, I don't know what this is. That looks like a brain. Flying brain guy. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, let's get down close and personal. Looks like we have a shaman here. There we go. That's a little better on the focus. Looks like we have a, oh, see that barrel of monkey style right there, 2-in-1. Maybe a summoner or cultist or someone that just sits back and does support. Looks like we got a definite damage dealer there with an obnoxious little claw. Jesus. Anyway. These are so many minis. Holy cow. Okay, we got skeleton guy. We have more obnoxiously long pointed enemy things. I can't even find a head on this guy. I don't know where it is. Doesn't exist. Not a real thing. We have a couple different, I don't know what the hell that is, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes in the video game you would have things that were like kind of like a gate or something kind of in front of an enemy that they would use to manipulate to hurt you. So I'm guessing that's maybe what that is. And we have a crossbow guy right there, skeleton. This guy, I can't remember exactly what he did, but I remember he really affected your morale. He would come after you, throwing that drank on you. Okay. Skeleton spear pokey poke. Holy cow, I was not ready for that. There's a lot of guys in here. Let's see if I can put them back the right the first time. Yeah, okay. On to the second level. Holy cow, okay. We've got some characters. We got a spider. That's pretty cool. We've got a little brain egg. These guys would just yell and make fun of you and drop your morale. It's like a elementary school bully. This is a blob of cotton candy, obviously. Slimer from Ghostbusters. Now that looks horrible. That's actually a pretty cool mini. It's pretty gross. Anyway. Got some unique ones over here. Maybe these are bosses just because there's only one of them. Or maybe I'm talking out my butt. Who knows? Stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Okay, there's a banner. We've got some more just basic skeleton smacky in the heads. Got some crystals. Son of a preacher man. That guy looks pretty, that's actually a pretty cool model. Nice action pose, the arrow sticking out of him. I ain't mad at it. Got some of these guys, really kind of frail, but little dog, I don't know, things. Stranger things. And, oh, okay, it looks like we are getting down to it. This is obviously a woman with a skeleton that's been possessed. But we are down to the heroes. Woo! Okay, and we'll definitely take a little bit more of a better look on these guys. And then it's a little hard to tell, but if you were going to keep them unpainted, they are different shades of gray, so the heroes are lighter. This is the bounty hunter right here. And I'm not mad at that. That's cool. Those scaling, that's going to be fun to paint. Everything looks pretty crisp and clean, and the models are actually decent size. Yeah, they're not super, super small. They're a good size. Everything's spaced out, so making it easy to paint. I don't know what the hell this is. This might be something else. I don't know. He's just confused and angry and laughing. Plague Doctor. That's cool. Really nice work on the models. And I like it when people do little stuff like that, put it underneath Mythic games, you know, take a little pride in your work. Sounding like my dad. Okay, we have the Hellion. I think I'm saying that right. That's a cool pose. That is really cool. These models, the heroes are very cool. We have the Arbalist. I always think I'm gonna mess up that word. Crossbow dude. Yeah. Okay, we got the Crusader. One of my faves, just an all-around sturdy damage dealer tank. And he's like, have you not read the lease? Oh boy. Okay, and we have I think that's the Abomination. That's the guy that can turn into the nasty little monster thing and help you out. Over here we have the Gravedigger, which, cool model. Not my favorite character to play with. We have the Highwayman right there. Dismas, I think is what his name is. And then this is an interesting model. Not sure if I like that or not. Haven't made up my mind yet, but it's interesting. It's a pose, that's for sure. It's not copying anything. And that's the Jester right there. And then we have the Vestal, I can't remember what it is. But yeah, just annoying everybody. She does have a club that she will whack you with. Okay, that's it for box one. Let's migrate over to box two. That's right, there's more of them. Okay, with this second box, it is looking like it's just gonna be some, oh wow, look at that. Your eyes just go directly to it. Wow, you could use that in a Dungeons and Dragons game. It's pretty cool. Definitely a unique part of most likely an enemy. Okay, so this one is actually, I'm gonna pull this out first. This one is it looks like the Abomination, and it's also, like I said, it's gonna be a lighter color than the other one. So that's actually a monster that one of your heroes can turn into, which is cool. I like that. And let me just give you a better look on it. There we go. Yep. Okay, it looks like we have some of the larger enemies, bosses here. I don't think that's a boss. I think it's just Big Daddy Flail. Over here we have, almost looks like terrain, but it might be something, part of a boss that they use. Oh gosh, that is heavy. And that is nasty. Look at that. Ugh. This is why I pay my money to Kickstarter. Okay, that's kind of catacomby, kind of weird. There's a lot of gross little like sea alien creature things that, you know, it's very Lovecrafty. It's got like a pumpkin with a spike there at the top. Oh man. And these are big models. These are big, nice, solid models. Looks like you know, if you had kids, they could throw them across the room. It'd be fine. This one's been popping out to me, and I love that. Little two-headed snake gator. He's got like the crusty skin coming off of him. Maybe he's got like a regenerate skill or something like that. But scales and feathers and fur and armor, those are my favorite things to paint. So this is really cool. I enjoy this. I enjoy it. Got Big Yeti Squid Man with hooky hooks. Got some vipers, looks like, maybe baby vipers. We have weird Rick and Morty creature. Got Clawman McGillicuddy with tree trunk tail. He come at you. He gets you. Okay, looks like we have a dark cultist summoner guy. Looks like we got this evil tyrant guy who's half squid. Half squid on the bottom there. Definitely remember this guy. I can't remember all their names, but that's cool. It's a little hard to see, but the scrolls there are they're kind of intricate. I like that. He's like, man, it's cold out. Okay. This guy's giving him a hug, of course. And awesome. I'll put that back. Little Tetris. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. Do you see that? It's always like the Vestal or whatever, or the priest, the lady. It's like she's always the one that like, oh, they got her because she's the holy lady. That's cool. He's like selling watches, but it's like human skulls or something like that. So, little cage around his head. That's awesome. Okay, looks like we have just a big old monster there. Looks like we got an angry guy that broke out of his little... Oh, and he got stabbed in the back. Oh, look at that. Horrible. Got big bone crusher there. That's cool. Got squids. Alien-esque creatures. And that guy just looks like a normal dude, but he definitely has got some evil vibes going on, so... And let me see if there's anything underneath here. Nope, nothing underneath there. Holy cow, guys. Well, we made it. That's Darkest Dungeon. Thank you for checking out the unboxing. I'll try to put timestamps in here, so if you just want to check out the minis like I do normally, I'll have that in there. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.